Many beginners struggle with drawing ears. In this video, I'll break down ear structure and how to draw them step by step, so you can do it easily. First, gently mark the 4 key points of the ear, top, bottom, left, and right, to define its overall boundary. Then use short, gentle lines to gradually build up the outline, little by little tilde. And you'll see, this is right about the middle of the ear. Just draw a light line here to help guide you. Now let's follow this middle line we just marked and gently draw the upper part of the outer helix. Pay close attention to the overall shape as you go. Isn't it amazing? This is exactly the midpoint of the lower part of the ear. And you know what? Finding that midpoint makes sketching quick and precise right away. Now that we have this line, the tragus and antitragus are so easy to find. Just follow the antitragus upward. And we can smoothly draw the inner helix purr and the dark forms inside the ear dot. And remember, don't just shade randomly. Always look at the overall shape of the dark areas. That's how you make it look really 3D and professional. And just look at that. The basic shape of the ear is really starting to show. And at this point, you can go ahead and gently deepen all the structures we've already got down. Awesome, if you've made it this far, you've stuck with it and learned so many easy ways to sketch an ear. Give yourself a round of applause, you deserve it. Now that we have this basic line art, it only gets easier from here. We just need to fill in the colors gently. Just be careful not to color outside the dark areas. You're honestly doing amazing. Every stroke is progress. Drawing doesn't happen overnight, and just by sticking with it quietly until now, you've already done better than so many people. Keep going with this passion and patience. Draw boldly, and you'll only get more skilled and confident. Trust me, keep it up a little longer, and when your piece is finished, you'll be so proud of yourself. Now let's lean in and take a closer look. The inner and outer rims of the ear have such rich, beautiful curves and subtle rises and falls. Just look at the lines I'm drawing right now. They're just like the peaks and valleys of a mountain range. They follow the shape of the ear, shifting gently up and down. Delicate, lively, and full of dimension. Once we patiently follow these curves, map them out, and draw them just right, we can easily and accurately block in the entire structure of the ear perfectly. Doesn't that feel so satisfying? And don't forget to gently darken and emphasize all the structures we've already mapped out so carefully. Pay special attention to the area where the core shadow crosses. This part is so important. This is usually where the ear's form shifts most dramatically, the key point that defines its entire volume and dimension. Under the light, this area barely gets any direct illumination. The structure tucks inward and turns sharply, which makes it look deeper, richer, and darker than everywhere else. It's truly the secret to making the ear feel 3-dimensional. Once you gently deepen this area and clarify the layers, the ear will instantly feel solid, full, and voluminous. The whole sense of space and realism will jump right off the page. If it's still a little confusing, that's completely okay. Let me give you a super simple and easy example. You can think of the inner and outer helixes of the ear just like a round, curved plastic straw. It's basically a soft little cylinder with gentle but clear changes in shape and a nicely curved surface. So when we add color and shading, we have to follow the direction of this cylinder, letting the shadow smoothly wrap around its curve, not just color randomly. And of course, most of these tones go into the shadow areas, so we can really bring out that round, 3-dimensional feeling. Now watch my pencil closely and see how I build it up step by step, following the form to make it look round and realistic. See how I'm not pressing too hard at the beginning? I'm just laying down light, even strokes, following the curve of our straw. That's exactly how you want to start. Imagine wrapping a soft blanket around a cylinder. You wouldn't pull it tight or squeeze it into a mess, right? You let it gently follow the shape. The key thing to remember is, Where the cylinder curves away from the light, that's where we add a little more pressure and deepen the tone slightly, and where it faces the light. We keep our strokes light and soft, letting the brightness of the paper show through as the highlight. The ear works exactly the same way. The inner helix curves inward, so that's where we add a little more depth, just like the side of the straw, facing away from the sun. The outer helix curves outward, so its highlights are a little more obvious and the shadows stay soft, following that gentle arc. If your first few strokes feel a little wobbly, don't worry, mine did too. It's all about building muscle memory, and you're already doing amazing just by focusing and following along. Let's slow down a little. Notice how I let the strokes overlap slightly, but not so much that they get messy or muddy. We want the shading to look smooth and natural, just like the surface of a straw, not patchy or rough. Remember that core shadow line we talked about earlier? That's the sweet spot where the cylinder turns from light to dark, so we'll deepen that line a little more than the rest but still keep it soft. You're doing so wonderful. Can you feel how the ear is starting to pop right off the page? That's the magic of drawing along the form. It's not about being perfect. It's about understanding how light and shadow work together to create volume. Let's keep going. Now that our base shading is down, I'm just going to clean up the edges a little. See how I soften the shadow where the helix meets the earlobe? We don't want harsh, sharp lines there. Real ears have smooth transitions, just like a real straw doesn't have pointy corners. If you accidentally go a little too dark, no big deal. Just take a clean eraser and soften it a little, easy as that. This is the fun part, right? Watching something flat turn into something 3D, just with simple strokes and following the shape. You're not just drawing an ear, you're learning to see like an artist, noticing curves and shadows and how they tell the story of form. Keep watching my pencil as I finish this part. See how the shading flows smoothly, wrapping all the way around that straw-like curve. That's what you're working toward, and you're already halfway there. I'm so proud of you for sticking with it. Drawing can feel tricky at first, but you're breaking it down like a pro. Every stroke trains your hand to move with purpose, and every observation sharpens your eye for detail. In a moment, we'll move on to adding more definition to the inner details of the ear, but first take a second to look at what you've made so far. Isn't it amazing how a few simple strokes, following a basic shape like a cylinder, can turn into something that looks like a real ear? You should be so proud of yourself. Alright, let's get ready for the next part, but before we do, give yourself a little pat on the back. You're not just learning how to draw an ear. You're learning a skill that will help every single drawing you make from now on. That's definitely something to celebrate. Great job, little artist. And now, we've reached the very final step. Grab a blending stump, and let's gently blend all the tones we just laid down. Go softly, nice and slow. We're not pressing hard or scrubbing, just guiding the graphite smoothly across the paper, softening all those lines and unifying the whole surface. This step is what takes your drawing from sketched to polished, making the ear look soft, smooth, and incredibly realistic. But here's something super important to remember. Even within the dark areas, not everything is the same value. Some spots need to stay deeper and richer, while others should be a little lighter and softer, creating subtle shifts and layers inside the shadows. Don't just blend everything flat. Let those natural variations stay. That's what gives the ear its soft, lifelike texture instead of looking dull or muddy. Once you're done blending, take your pencil again and gently deepen the areas that need to be darkest. The core shadow, the tight little crevices, the spots where the structure curves away most sharply. This little bit of contrast will make the whole form pop instantly, and just like that, you're finished. Look at what you've created, a beautiful three-dimensional ear, all built from simple shapes and careful observation. I'm so incredibly proud of you for following along and sticking with it the whole way. If this video helped you, if you learned something new, or if you finally feel more confident drawing ears, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if anything still feels confusing, or if you want me to explain any part again in more detail, just let me know. I'll make another video just for you, breaking it down even clearer. As long as you want to keep learning, I'll keep teaching. Drawing is all about patience, practice, and taking it step by step. And you just did amazing. Don't rush, don't be hard on yourself, and keep enjoying the process. I'll see you in the next lesson. We're gonna keep growing, keep creating, and keep making beautiful art together. Goodbye for now, my awesome artist friends. Keep drawing, keep shining, and I'll see you soon.